we're gonna be. Yeah, I'm on it. Good it is. It's spent. We are here. We are live, and we're gonna start it off like we normally start. You don't have a quote this time, but I mean, Brad, you always got something to say.
I'm going to roll with something. And, every day we talk about community. We talk about that insulation piece. And today we came out to Lakewood and just I can't describe what we saw this morning. And so a part of preparation, put good people in your circle. And that's what we're going to start with. And that's how we're going to kick this thing off.
All right, man. Put some good people in your circle. Let's get it started.
Hey, good job, guys. Good job. Mental battles. Mental battles.
Hey, man. E2M for life, baby. What it look like, what it be like, what it do in here, man. Brad can't jump. He's sitting down. He's probably too tired to jump, to be honest, because we go hard, man. So it is another episode of the Bad Podcast. Brad and Dwayne. If you haven't heard of us, you're checking this out. If you're walking by and you're waving at us right now, we want you to make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Go to the YouTube channel. Check us out. Just look up E2M Fitness, man. And man, we're here with the. I get to talk junk when they're on staff. So I'm nice to guests. This isn't a guest. This is somebody that's actually part of the team. Super excited to have my man Brian in here. But hey, you kind of introduce him there, brother.
Hey, this is what I consider Uncle Brian, man. He stays
Brian
with the fam, So this is Brian. This is my guy, spin instructor for the E2M fam, and just a guy that looks to raise the bar in all components of life. And when we talk about raising the bar, not a better guest that we could have kicked this thing off with today than my guy, Brian. So, Brian, how you doing, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first off, what a good morning it was, man. A lot of people here. It was a lot of fun seeing people, 5K, all that stuff. So blessed to be here. For those of you who don't follow along, I am Coach B. I do spin with E2M. I am working athletic administration. I've been a part of the E2M family for four years now. Wow. And found my purpose when I got in here, and it was awesome to change my life, change my health, and get it back on track, and to be where I am today to help and inspire others to do the same. So,
man, there's a song that said, "Don't bling." It's just like that. You take a nap, you wake up, you're 35, baby, and
I wish I was 35.
Crazy,
wish I was
man.
35.
It's crazy because it doesn't seem like 4 years has passed by, but I think, man, when you take something like this journey and you apply yourself and you raise the bar, be the bar is the theme of the weekend. And I think when you're trying to raise the bar, when you're making several attempts to raise the bar somehow, some way, I feel like time just passes by. I mean, time's going to pass by no matter what, right? You're sitting on the couch, time's going to pass by. You're up doing the hard things, time's going to pass by. But to be rewarded, to earn the greatest gift, man,
Right.
the hard things. Talk about it, man. You do all the long bike rides. You lost I don't know how many pounds, but you kicked the booze to the curb. You raised the bar at work with your profession.
Yeah.
Come on now, talk about it.
So, long story short, we'll get at it. I have lost over 70 pounds where they've been able to sustain it. So
Hold up.
70,
Get closer to the mic,
70,
baby. Get
70.
closer to the mic.
Look for my air horns.
So the years is it goes by quickly, but it's amazing how time actually and understandable how I can do things and where things can be. And oh man, how come
How
did I not get this? So
quick shout out to Buddy Brewster. Sorry, my girl Amber over here getting
able to do things that I wouldn't normally do, but I mean, time is moving so fast, and you take this moment to change your life, change your health, and you realize that it's been 4 years, but it seems like it's taken forever because I feel like I'm aging backwards on many things and doing things I haven't been able to do. I mean, I turned 40 this year, And I'm doing things that I wasn't even dreaming of doing at the age of 30 or 35 or anything like that, or even in my 20s. And it's incredible to see that you're starting to feel younger and younger while you continue to yourself to the limits, raise the bar, and try to be better for you and those around you so that they can continue to have a long and healthy life as well.
Fountain of youth. And, you know, I've been called, I went to a bar 2 years ago. When I walked in, she goes, "Excuse me, sir, I don't feel comfortable. I got to ID you." I was like, "All right, here you go." She goes, "Is that an 87 or a 97?" I said, "Thank you." So I could take good care of myself. But you know, you have a unique platform, man, where you're plugged into the school, you're plugged into the little ones, man. You are leading through action. You are leading from the front, and you're talking the talk. But guess what? A lot of those talkers, and they ain't willing to walk the walk, and you're out there walking the walk. I want to talk about your biking career because you've done some extreme biking. Tell us a little bit about, like, you know, where you're coming. Yeah, there's three versions, right? Version of where you came from, version of who you are, version that you're always trying to seek, right? You're always in the pursuit of. Right now, you're in that steady I am here version. You're always in search of that next person. But let's talk about the journey of where you started, and then how you became a spin instructor. And now, what's the top mileage first and foremost on how far you went on that bicycle?
So it may not be as much as what you see in the top mileage. The top mileage has been 70.
Just hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Come on now. 70 miles and he's over here. It's not that far.
It's not that. I got
3 miles is far.
I know. I got 100 lined up for July, hopefully. Back in Michigan, I'll try and tackle that. So my biking career started with bike rides nice and slow to the ice cream shops. There was not a whole lot going on with it. I would see the bikers you got to start somewhere. And I started getting back into fitness, and I started running, and I didn't like what I was feeling a lot with my body and the recovery I was getting at. So I was looking for something that was going to help me to be able to push myself and to be able to do it repetitively and continuously, and started getting involved in cycling. Nothing crazy. Still outside, was just still leisurely pace. And it wasn't until I actually hurt my knee when I was working that I could not do a whole lot of running, and I found myself cycling more and more. I became spin instruct certified when Jeff asked for looking for guest instructors with an E2M. I said, sure, why not? And I never thought it would bring me to where I am today. I train very hard on the bike to do a lot of different things. I cross train a lot as well to compensate for the knee injuries that I have. I ran the Myrtle Beach Half Marathon in March.
Come on now, 13.1 miles. Come on now. You went a little rogue there for a little bit, though. Nobody heard from you. Is what the rumor says.
Nah. So the whole thing with that is that I ran that while training 1 day a week for running, and the rest of it I did on the bike. And my goal was 2 hours, and I ended up at 2:03. There's a couple little hiccups at the end, and I was like, there's no way I can run 6.5 minute miles even when I'm starting out. So why go with it? I'm just going to finish this out. So, I like using the bike because I push myself on there, and I'll tell people, I said, you're not going to outwork me on the bike. When we're in a class, when we're in outside or whatever, I'm going to work harder than you, and it's going to help me in the long run and transition into running and transition into other athletic abilities that I've been able to accomplish over the last 4 years. So, I love the platform I have. I love being able to work with the students. They know, they ask, they see what happened. And when I get the opportunity to work out, I'll come back over and see them, and they'll ask me how the workout went, or parents will be like, did you get your workout in today? I was like, I'm going right now. Like, I'll be back in a half hour or whatever. The ability to work out where I work is awesome. And the kids see it, and they ask about it, and they love it too. And, they ask about crazy things that I do enjoy. So.
Hey, man, well, we kicked this off talking about insulation, and we're going to wrap this up, land this plane here in a little bit. But, I want to talk about that insulation piece. And you're talking about leading from the front and saying nobody's going to work as hard as I am. Like that's you leading from the front. But what happens is, say I jump on one of your spin classes, I'm gonna try my best to push my limits, to push your limits, and your limits are going to push my limits. That's the community that you need to surround yourself by. And when you start to surround yourself with like-minded people like that, it gives you hope. All right. At the root of all success, I posted this yesterday on the social media boy. At the root of all success is self-belief. You have to believe in yourself, but you also have to have people in your life that get you hope, that give you hope to do those hard things. And by me giving you hope and you giving me hope and me giving D hope and D giving me hope, that's the community that pushes you to tap into that other side. I call it the wild side, baby. We're on the wild side. Yeah. And that's the hope that we give each other, because there's certain things that I've done in my life that you thought I will never do that. There's not a chance in HE double hockey sticks I would ever do that, but somebody inspired you to do that at one point, or you saw somebody do something hard and you said, if they can do that, I can do this. Yeah. This guy over here on the side eating the French fry boy. He is a prime example. Yeah, jealousy's running thick right now. He's a prime example, because a guy that never, I met Dwayne 3 years ago. We met on a ship out Charlotte somewhere. I don't know. We met on a ship, and that was kind of like the kickoff of our relationship. And to see where he come from that day, to go to the stage, the grandest of all fitness stages, right?
Yeah, man. That was
incredible. Place. Why did he do that?
Incredible.
Because of the people that we have in our lives. These people that drive us to tap into our excellence.
That transformation
is insane. But I'm not going to say he couldn't have done it without the community, but guess what, man? It helps out, right? It's an accountability, right?
Absolutely.
It's an accountability.
Having people there for you and supporting you, whether it is your family or the people you meet in this community.
Coach in the house.
Coach is here.
Coach in the house.
You find the community that you had. I attempted my first sprint triathlon last year. I was like, whatever. I just do this.
Yeah.
I don't swim very well.
Yeah.
I didn't train very well on the swim, but I learned something, that a triathlon is actually won, and you can do very well on a triathlon if you can fake swim and cycle and run. And the transition from swimming into cycling was the easy part. But when I got into that sprint aspect of it, and it was 13 miles, and I finished that in under 40 minutes, because I was pushing myself like 23, 24 miles an hour on that little part. Like, you can see how that happens. And you have these people here cheering you on. My best friend Shelby was up there. She was watching me the entire way. She woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, brought me to set everything up, pushed through as we went back and forth, and was there for me at the finish line. When you see these people happen. She rode her longest ride 3-4 weeks ago when she did 52 miles in northern Michigan. And I live tracked her entire thing on her Garmin and sent her messages with it. You have that ability to do things you don't think you can do, as long as there's somebody there who believes in you. Yeah. And if somebody's going to believe in me to ride 5, 10, 20, 30, 70, 100 miles, hell, I'm going to believe in myself that I can do it.
Exactly. Man, I love it. And I appreciate, both of us appreciate you being on the podcast today. Is there anything you want to say to wrap this thing up, man? Look directly. I always do the closing quote, but it's on you, Uncle Brian.
There's a lot of quotes out there that we always talk about, and some of the most famous ones, and Cliff always says it too. It's not going to challenge you. It's not going to change you. And you have to be willing to push yourself out of your comfort zone in order to do these things. Remember, I started out with my bike rides to the ice cream shop, eating ice cream, coming back and being totally okay with it. And now I'll go out on a regular Tuesday and push out 25, 30 miles just for the heck of it on a trail, because it's challenging myself.
It's because the ice cream shop got a little further away.
No, man, the ice cream shop's a half mile from the house. When I did 24 and 24, I went down to the ice cream shop and back probably about 18 times. Awesome. And they kept looking at me, and they were wondering when I was going to stop. I
need a vanilla soft serve, please.
Absolutely. So you got to challenge yourself, and you can truly see what you can do after you do that.
Yeah. Hey, man, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Keep raising the bar.
Hey, man, you're going to do it.
Yeah.